I honestly don't know where the high voice thing came from in the first place. Why do people have high voices? Emotional problems? What is that? It could easily be that. And now I'm getting more normal, and my voice is getting deeper. Along with age comes more confidence, so it kind of works out. I bring a poofy gray down jacket with me wherever I go. It's meant for winter, but I use it most in the summer, when everyone cranks up the air conditioning. There aren't good roles for women. The female parts aren't developed, the women are serving the men. Everything is so chaotic. My nervous system can't handle it. I need my peace, so, every once in a while the kids are at school, I lie in bed, close the curtains, watch television and eat food. Megan Fox is so funny. All the things you put off, like learning to play the piano or learning a different language, you're like, what's the point? I'm not really gonna do that, am I? I didn't think I was a humorless shrew in Knocked Up. I think the women are just as funny as the men are in that movie. I don't take anything at face value. I always look for the reasons people are the way they are. Don't assume I have everything figured out. I get as confused about life as everybody, and sometimes I think I'm just hurtling through the world without a plan at all. Auditioning is so nerve-wracking. It's always fun to think about winning an award. I thought about winning awards when I was a little girl. Everybody wants to win an award for something. When you have little kids, you lose friends because you're so busy, but as they get older, you realize how important it is to have your girlfriends around. My mother married 3 times. My dad is. I don't really have one. I mean, he does exist, but I have zero relationship with him. Growing up, I wasn't as comfortable expressing myself as I am now, and I think that's why I chose acting, because it's acceptable to have your feelings. It's a place that they want you to feel. Whereas in life, growing up, it was, be quiet, and, keep it to yourself. I like being married to someone who does what I do, and we can talk for hours about all of this stuff that I struggle with and all this stuff that he struggles with because we're struggling with the same things. If I was married to a banker, I don't know what we'd talk about. I have lunches with my girlfriends, who just turned 40, and some of those lunches, we're crying and screaming about our husbands, saying we want to leave them and run away. And then, other lunches, we're fine and love our husbands and are happy with our lives. I'm pretty much game for anything. I didn't think, I want to do dramas or I want to do comedies. I wasn't clear in that way. When I was 9, my parents let me take a cab to the mall all by myself. I had hardly any money to spend, but I did have a very specific list of things I wanted to do: buy cookies and sit on the furniture at Sears. I've always been intrigued by the supernatural. I'm terrified by speaking in front of people. I like dark humor. My favorite movie of all time is Harold and Maude. I like more grounded comedy. I enjoy broad comedies also, but I like Shirley MacLaine. When I started auditioning, I'd take any audition I could get. The more dramatic ones didn't go as well as the comedic. I don't understand why people think it's harder to do drama than it is to do comedy. Men, we love them, we respect them, but we rarely get to objectify them. I feel very protective of younger actresses, because it was so hard for me in the business. 16 is a hard time. A lot of kids are experimenting with things. I'd never want to go back to being in my 20s or 30s. I was lost and confused and uncomfortable in my own skin. I'm very comfortable when I'm working. I don't hold back at all. I feel like I could be good at directing or producing, but I don't know. I'm not willing to spend too much time away from my kids, so I usually don't work that much. Once a month, I get together with my girlfriends and we usually check into a hotel or go to someone else's house. We can talk for 15 hours, and it just flies by. Child actors don't have great track records. My favorite movie is Terms of Endearment. I'm so sick of seeing these movies where married couples are just cuddling on the couch and caressing each other's faces. I never felt comfortable leaving my kids until they were older. When they were babies, I remember thinking that I could never go on a Jerry Bruckheimer set and feel comfortable. I've always surrounded myself with funny people. Basically, I just want to do a movie where I'm surrounded by women. I'm not really interested in doing a traditional romantic comedy where everything ties up neatly. Women do not like CDs of live music. We only like the original recordings. If a song sounds different from the version we fell in love with, then it's awful. Women love hairy men. Cavemen were the sexiest men in history. I tried to kickbox once right after I had my first baby, and I was so miserable, it was so hard. And I went home, and I passed out for 3 hours because it's so hard. I don't quite fit in like a pure dramatic thing, but I still think of myself sometimes as sort of a dramatic actress. I was teased relentlessly when I was a kid about my voice, so it's kind of nice that now I'm making a lot of money with it. They say that when a woman wants to end a relationship, she cuts off all of her hair. I've done that twice in my marriage but am still married. You have nothing to offer if you're just some machine actress. Perfect people are the scariest people to me. I've known my 2 best girlfriends since junior high school. Visit our website for more quotes, quoting.com.